All right, what's up, everybody? Crypto Coffee here today. I've got him on the channel. He, for some reason, I wanted to get him while the striking the iron while the iron's hot. And Mr. Crypto Coffee is hot iron right now. He's got freaking
so
flames.
Right now.
Yeah, he's got. We can't even look at him. Like somebody put him in the water because he is too hot.
Yeah,
but,
I gotta cool off.
Yeah. Crypto Coffee, one of my old friends from dude, I think we were one of the first. Did we stream together the first time? When did we stream? I know you were in Vegas at the Bitcoin conference, right?
Yeah. I was in Tone Vase. I was there. I was the rogue man. I was like the HEX guy infiltrating the uncapable Tone. Oh man, you guys are lucky you've never been to a Bitcoin conference. If you have, they're pretty cringe, man. HEX is cringe in its own way, but
Bitcoin, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Cryptocurrency, if you don't think that you're going to get some cringe, it's like, hey, guys, it's a bunch of nerds. Like I said, we're like the computer nerds of the 80s, like how those guys were just in their computers. We're that now. In 20 years, we'll be like, whoa, those guys are really smart. But right now, we're like the guys with the glasses. They're like,
yeah, well, the liquidity isn't the highest that I'd like to see it, but
yeah, it's like who are these nerds arguing about liquidity and right. It's like that meme with the Neanderthals, what are you talking about? Liquidity? Wake up, dude. We got a deer to go catch.
For real. It's like, what are you guys talking about? Freaking nonsense with trading and stuff. Let's go
consensus algorithms. Jesus.
Cringo Coffee.
Get a life.
Dang. So they're going after you right now. They're going after you.
Cringo
Coffee.
Cringeologist.
Okay. All right. I don't like that one. That would hit too hard, close to home.
Hey, sometimes you have to know that you're cringe. He who knows he is cringe is actually based.
Well, I mean, guys, do you see what I'm wearing?
Embrace the cringe.
Embrace the cringe, guys. But I just want to talk to Crypto Coffee. He's the expert. He's the expert in the field. I feel like at this point on Pulse Chain, or Pulse X and Pulse Chain and HEX. He's the one. He's the man. I'm not the one that knows very much. So I mean, we've got the expert here.
That's right, self-proclaimed expert over here.
I just no, you didn't self-proclaim it. I gave it to you, so you're now the expert.
Man, nice. That's all it takes. That's easier than my college degree.
Is it though? Is it? No, it depends on what you got. Wait, what did you get in college? What did you go for? Oh, okay. So you got something to fall back on if this whole HEX thing doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Me, on the other hand, I have to rest on my laurels. The Marine Corps infantry didn't provide me with the knowledge that I thought that I would have coming out of.
Yeah, you could just be like a meme page, like a meme page. Those guys make money.
True. Do they really? I don't
know.
Well,
they do occasionally ads. They sneak an ad in as if it's a meme. They pretend.
Yeah. But okay, that's something I should do.
Maybe so when everyone sells all their HEX and it goes to zero and Richard Hart dumps and it's all over. Yeah. That's what happens.
This is what happens. This is what happens when the OA doesn't. Oh, I would never. Sorry, guys. And I think that everybody here would probably do the same thing if you were in our positions. But I would never show my face again on the internet. I would never. I would just be like.
I would dye my hair. Shape like a weird goatee or something.
Yeah. And I think that's why wouldn't you? You've at least we're not like the guys that are actually could you imagine being like a BitBoy or somebody like Altcoin Daily where they're actually shilling things and they keep getting people wrecked and they're just like, and on to the next one. They just every 10 minutes they've got something new.
They think that's normal. They don't actually believe they're doing anything wrong. That's the weird part. Is I think because they obviously go to sleep at night with a clear conscience because they think that's just how crypto is. You just shill something and hey, if you get lucky on that, I'm going to give you 5 things for the month. One of these things might pump and make you a little money. You might lose money on the others, but hey, you got that little rush, right? You got that little green candle. And so, it just keeps you in the game of like, it's like a lottery ticket, roulette wheel, keeps you coming back. Nobody wants to hear buy, hold, and sit on your ass. That's not like that fun, which is why you see a lot of people in the chat. You can tell when someone got in recently because they're like, price is going sideways. There's no news to pump the price. It's like, no, man, we don't do it like that. Like, this is the crypto based on it goes up on its fundamentals. And honestly, there's more HEX news than any other coin like that I possibly know of. I mean, there's infinite streaming channels and like content you could consume 24 hours a day watching content. Richard just bought a rock from outer space, Daytona 500.
Isn't it the largest diamond too? Ever? Like ever? Like that's the largest diamond ever.
Of course.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's those alien rocks.
Yeah.
This is
one day it's just gonna like wake up. It's gonna be an egg, and it's just gonna hatch. It's gonna come out of Richard's mouth like.
I really hope that doesn't happen. He just is on stream. He falls back and it just shoots out of his. Like, oh no, he's got it.
I told him not to get the diamond.
The enigma was the wrong idea.
That was a really smart idea. If you guys didn't know, he did mention this little tiny bit on his last 15-minute stream about that was actually to get article of notoriety from a reputable source. And so if you don't like, I tried to make a HEX page on Wikipedia way back when, and you need like certain number of articles of what they call notoriety. And so it's basically arbitrary, right? But it just has to be like up to whoever's approving the Wikipedia page. And Richard didn't have anything then, but now, we've got National Geographic, like Science Magazine, all these different places are mentioning Richard Hart's name as like a significant person. So this will just help search engines like be able to index him a little more.
Yeah. Search engines, I think that like the SEO on this will make it so maybe the scam kind of puts it at maybe page 3 and it shows him at the first 2 pages is all of because that I think it really has probably hindered HEX a lot. I mean, that's probably the worst thing that's hindered HEX, I think, is just being called a scam for the first 2 years. Now it's kind of like it's almost a meme in itself. Like, oh, you think HEX is a scam, right? Okay, bud. So
it's like that's cute.
yeah.
Okay, let's get you to bed, Grandma.
We went through like an entire cycle, and it's like, dude, HEX just went up 10,000%, and it's still going, and you still think it's a scam, huh? All right, like, geez, let's keep going.
Well, actually, I just googled Richard Hart, and all the scam articles are off the front page. Let's check out page 2.
Where are you on incognito mode?
No. You're right. Google knows I like Richard Hart, so I gotta.
Yeah. You sick pervert. What are you even looking at?
Of course, I was not incognito. I
what do you mean? What do you mean, Richard Hart?
Why would I have any use for that? Richard Hart, TikTok, podcast. Yeah, I mean see the diamond is on page 2 now. Watcher.guru. The diamond is all over page 2. There's like 3 articles. Then you got Richard the First of England Wikipedia page.
A nobody.
Yeah, and
nobody.
So we're obliterated. We have Richard Hart is the best human in crypto. Yahoo Sports. Okay. So whatever we
see, I guess if you repeat it enough, it automatically becomes on the internet. Where it's like, I'm the best man in the world. It's like, then it's on the internet. Then it starts to become reality. Maybe that's how it's
true. That we made it. We're not even on page 3. I'm looking at it right now. And nobody's going to page 3 of Google. Like nobody makes it there.
I can't remember the last time.
No. So yeah, I think we did it, guys. I think we won.
Yeah,
we can all go home.
Well, that's another thing. I mean, it is showing that we are starting to catch virality, and the car, and hopefully everybody get down on their knees and pray tonight for the car to win.
Yeah, I know.
So what happens if they don't win the duel? They don't get a race in the Daytona 500, and that's was just
called like $600K down the drain, bro.
Okay, I was just wondering. What happens. Oh, are you? What happens?
We get a nice memory.
I mean, it is cool though. It is cool. Like
it's awesome.
that is something that the community has put together. I mean, even if it's not able to go, I mean, that shows how strong this community is. I mean, who's the other one? Dogecoin is the only other one that has done something like that, right? And
Yeah.
didn't they do it last year? And that
Dogecoin memed
was
their
it.
way into the mainstream too. And like that's what HEX
Right.
is doing really well. It's really good at the
Right.
meme culture and really good at just knowing what gets people's attention. I mean, and it's such a decentralized organization that like there's thousands of us all doing it in our own way. I mean, you paid a guy to fly a plane with the HEX.com logo over
Not
the
me,
state
not
fair.
me.
Oh,
Not me.
Somebody
no,
you know.
no, I know who it is. I know who it is.
Somebody
but,
you know. I keep forgetting that wasn't you. But
yeah,
yeah, everyone's doing their own thing. People are, billboards are getting thrown up, and I feel it, dude. Like I feel like intuitively that we are catching some kind of fire in virality terms.
right.
It's going to become like a household name in the next 5 years, I think. Like,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, one of the things with that, I know that you can't promote cryptocurrency on billboards yet. I don't know if you can. I'm not sure about the laws, but what's there to say that you can't promote Richard Hart on a billboard in your city in like, hey, check out youtube.com/Richard Hart, you know what I mean? And show his like face just, on a Lambo or something like that. I've thought about doing that to my own channel, how stupid it would look, but just be like, catch your local news. Back in the day, like when I was doing the news, catch your local crypto news on every single night.
In a doctor's office.
Not that it would make it, and I think we've talked about this before, is like it doesn't have to have people click on it. All it has to do is like put it into somebody's brain that it's legit after, how many touches? I think 9 touches or something like that, or 7 touches or something. You got to get it into people's brain that it's like, it's a common thing where they see the logo 7 or 8 times, and then it becomes like, oh yeah, I've seen that. The person
I read it was three sources, 2 different medium. So it's like 3 times, but then 2 different platforms. Like maybe you see it once on Facebook, once on Instagram, or maybe you see it like once in real life, once on YouTube, and then you just all of a sudden it's called the ubiquity illusion, where you think it's everywhere, and it's just like it just becomes okay. It's like a thing that exists, and it's not scammy, it's not weird. It's just psychology. I mean, that's what the whole point of advertising and marketing. We're all over fucking Etherscan now. We're all over it. Like,
I've seen that.
I guess they finally allowed it. HEX. You refresh and it goes from HEX to Pulse to PulseX. Every time you refresh, it's just like whoever's paying Etherscan is doing a great job.
It's funny. Bringing back old memories here. Remember when you did the first what was it? I forgot where you Reddit. Oh no! It was before that. You got some more money, and you were like you were gonna do like YouTube ads.
Was it Indiegogo? I did do YouTube ads. So here's what happened. So the story was basically, HEX was getting all kinds of bad press. Richard Hart was, the worst person, next to Hitler, and like everything was just terrible. And so I was like, well, crap, guys, we need to get together, put some money together, and we need to go do a PR campaign or whatever. And I'm like, I remember begging the community for, I think it was like 10 grand we tried to raise.
And it was hard, dude. It was hard because
really
hard. It's like, bro, the adoption amplifier is going on here.
I know, right?
It's like, what are you talking about? And that 10 grand, how much is that worth now?
I think it was only like 7 or 8 grand. I know, like, don't think of, if you donated, thank you for your service. I remember who you were.
You did a great job. You did a great service for the community.
But anyway, I think we raised I think it was like $7,000 that we actually raised. So it didn't even meet the goal. It was hosted on Indiegogo. And then Indiegogo shuts us down on the last day when I'm trying to distribute all the funds.
Oh, that's right.
And they shut us down because we didn't meet their terms of service. And I was like, you motherfuckers. So then they refunded everybody automatically, which was nice because anyone, just back to their credit cards and stuff. But then I was like, all right, well, we need to take the crypto that we raised because we still have a few thousand of crypto. And we need to figure out what to do with this. So we ended up going with some crypto PR company that we were going to pay. But at the last moment, Richard himself, we asked him about the idea and he thought it was stupid. He shat all over it. And he was
we had such big dreams. We were like, we're gonna go and we're gonna conquer the world. And he's just like, nah.
Richard's like, dude, every time I've ever paid for a PR company, they never have delivered anything.
I remember that.
And I'm like, okay, so what should we do with this money? He's like, why don't you just run YouTube ads with it? And I'm like, okay. So I just ran like Richard Hart YouTube discovery ads. We got thousands of impressions and views and stuff. So your money went somewhere, like we got
it did, a
lot, like tons of thousands.
I remember I had the wallet, your address, and I was like watching it every day because that was when I didn't know Crypto Coffee. Yeah, I was like, do something crazy with it. Go ahead, sell it. I dare you. Yeah, I was like, no, go ahead. I dare you to sell this. Yeah. I was waiting for it to just hit Bitfinex or something. I was like, oh, because leverage trading. But if you really thought about it, like before HEX, that's what the normal was. Like what we're all talking about, what the normal was, and it was you gave your money to somebody and they were it was like, oh, see you later, I'm out, like somebody, the fake influencers and stuff like that. And we were both new to the scene. All of us were new to the scene. So it was like, and we saw a lot of guys take a hike already, like it was like, well, I'm out of here. I'm, the winter here at this. Remember the guy that walked in the snow?
He made like a terrible website that like this guy paid zero attention to web design. Like I don't think he understood the word design. Like it was like green text on like a red background and like clip art. And I was just, and he's like, yeah, I think everyone's gonna want to come to the site. It's like, oh, how are you helping?
Yeah, and then it was whatever about the website, but then he was like, I'm out of this community because he got into one of the games heavy. I think he put all of his money into the games, and then he lost all of his money, and then he pieced out. But before he left, he gave it to one of the guys that was not part of the community but said he was part of the community. Remember Number of Things?
Number of that
guy? Yes.
No, what did he do?
Okay. Oh, so he took the website that the guy spent a lot of time on it. Like he didn't have any web design, obviously.
Too much time for that. Whatever that was.
But he spent a lot of time on it. Dude, the guy, he was like, hey, I'm going to give it to one of the trusted community members. He gave the website to this guy named Number of Things. The guy deleted his website and put it to his referral code the minute he got it. He was like, I was like, damn, that was messed up, dude.
That was the right thing to do, honestly.
Yeah, it made it look a lot better.
I hope he made some money on that. Well, it's almost as bad as the guy that made hexinfo.io when he secretly went to a competitor, a scammy project, and he made the same copy pasted website for that project.
Yeah.
And
wait, was that the one that still works? It's still hexinfo.io.
You can still go to hexinfo.io. It's fine.
But it went to the competitor's coin for like
that's because he accidentally had it redirect to that site. But
was it accidental though?
It was accidental because when he made the new site, he accidentally like rerouted the domain because he still wanted both of them to be up simultaneously. He just didn't want anyone to know that he was working for both sides of the at once,
Because I stopped using him because it was I thought he was part of the other clan.
He's like that movie, like War Dogs, dude. He's just the guy selling all the
playing both sides. It's like, well, if I can win both ways. I mean, not a bad idea if you're a website guy that's never showed your face. I mean,
it's not an opportunist.
Yeah.
People have done worse things. I mean, that website served a purpose, in the early days.
Yeah, I mean, who was the other guy? Remember HEX Stat?
That guy bailed.
That guy went straight on the other team. Like he was just like, no, I'm out, and then he went to the.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Well, who was the guy? It wasn't HEX Stat. It was the guy that made a HEX ladder emulator early on. His name was I forgot his name.
I don't remember that.
He had like curlier hair, older dude, developer. Showed his face a couple times. But he just got fudded out. He was just scared. And during the first big dip we had, he fell for the FUD. And he didn't want to. He was like, I'm out. Like, I'm retiring the website. It was just something where you could put in your stake. And now we have much better stake calculators. Like we have stakehex.today. It's crazy. The tools that we have today. I mean, look at hex.com right now, dude. Like, it's a beautiful
I know
website.
it is.
It's so badass. And whoever made that, like, I mean, I think I know who made that. I mean, great job. I think it was Victor or Felix. I don't know, but it's so good. And when you see the community made sites that are on the website now that actually made it to the website, you know, back in the day we had like hexdata.com and all these basic stuff.
Yeah.
Now we got hex.vision, customhex.com, which is a browser extension that like updates the way that go.hex.com looks. Pretty cool.
Really?
We got Hex mobile app, which is like basically like a generic version of Staker, you know, like, so we've got
Hex mobile. Isn't that Hex mob?
No, hexmobile.app. So
I've never even been to that one.
Yeah, see, you should check it out. I didn't no idea this guy was developing this thing. I'm trying to have him on my channel because, I mean, if it was good enough to put on hex.com and, you know, it seems like just a non-custodial wallet, kind of like redundant MetaMask, you know, in case MetaMask ever, you know, shits the bed. And then you got look into hex.com, which is like really beautiful graphs. You got hexgraphs.com, you got staker.app. None of that stuff was out at first. It was just like hexviz.xyz.
Yeah,
which you could just like play with these balls and stuff. It's like, I mean, you know,
my face was on one of those balls. You know,
I'm just salty because I never got my face on a ball.
You never got your face on a ball.
I think they took it off. I think they were like, screw Hex at some point. So I got my face taken. Yeah, I got taken off the ball. Maybe it's on some kind of plaque or something, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the thing is the past. Like, if you look at it, we had all that time where it was sideways for how long? Do you think it was like 8 months that we went sideways?
It felt like 8, but I think it was only 4 months.
Really?
Hold on,
I mean,
let me see.
It felt a lot longer than that. But yeah, I mean,
E1 chart. I'm zooming out. Yeah, so if you're
I'm thinking from like 0.002 to like 1.5 cents. Let's just say that. That was a hell of a time where it was, you know, in between those two kind of.
Okay, so 100. So from 0.005, which is like a mini peak, to big payday, which was like a penny on big payday. And most of the time was spent at 0.003 in between there.
Yeah,
that was 171 days, which is what almost. Yeah, you're right. Almost is like 5 and a quarter months.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah,
2/3.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but when, like, you know, like we were just talking about this before I started the stream, but it was not a very, like, you know, there's people freaking out, people angry, there's people that'll FUD themselves out because they're done with it, and now people have money, so they're just going to sell themselves. They're going to actually have money, and they don't need to come back in, right? They're just going to be like, all right, peace out. I mean, a lot of people are going to not have a lot of fun, and guess what? We need the sideways action to get rid of a lot of these people that want to just do that, and you don't need that they don't need it.
We want quality people in Hex. You know, we want people that are actually here for a long time. We don't care if you're here to be a trader. Like, go to some other coin. Like, it's too boring for you. Go away. Let's see how long would you say we've been consolidating? I guess I'll just count the days from the top at 50 cents. So it's been
September,
158 days. What is that divided by 150 divided by 30? It's been 5 months since the top.
Yeah,
and
I know that Richard says that, you know, and he doesn't take these things lightly when he says them, but Hex has never been a down for more than 6 months, or it hasn't gone to a new all-time high every 6 months. So either we're gonna keep on this track or we're not here. We got a month, guys. We got a point. It'll go to 7 months real quick. Well, what do you mean 6 months? I said 7.
Yeah. But here's the thing. When it pumps, it doesn't just do a 2x, you know, it does like a 10 or even 20x. And so if you're not already staked during that time, and you try to like wait until it starts pumping, you're already missing the first couple of X's, right? So like your gains compared to everyone that's already just staked and chilling are way less. You're like cutting your own gains in half. Like, why wouldn't you want to stake when it seems like we found a floor right now? Like, now seems like one of the best times to start shilling to your friends and being like, hey, secure your bag now because we're 60% off all-time highs. We seem to have reached a floor. There's constant bid support pushing us back to this 18 to 20 cent range. And with the Pulse Chain hype, after Pulse X is done, and the Pulse Chain hype is right around the corner, everyone's probably going to be trying to secure a bag to get their copy. Is my guess. I don't know.
I mean, it's I mean, that's the big the best possible outcome for sure. I think that we get a huge pump before the pulse chain. I hope that we get what do you think for months? Do you think we're going to get a month? Do you think we're going to get 2 months before it releases, or do you think we're going to get it like a week or something like that?
Well, it's it's almost like a big payday. Like what for a big payday we had a whole let's see. We had about 2 weeks of pump with big payday.
Did we? That
Right.
was it? We got a dump right
Yeah.
before it. Remember the dump before it, where it was just like everybody was kind of like flabbergasted that we weren't pumping into the big payday
Right.
because it was like, why
Right.
would you sell before? I'm wondering, and maybe that's another reason why Richard doesn't want to announce, so people can't play those games again, where people are gonna try to FUD or not even FUD, but sell, put some down pressure right before the release of it,
Yeah.
just so you'll get out of it.
Well, there's always going to be, buy the rumor, sell the news people that aren't stakes, that are trying to make a trade off of it. And yeah, we had 2 weeks of pump before big payday. And then we had a pre-dump because people were anticipating, selling the news. And so then it became a race to sell the news faster. And then on the actual day, we wicked down, 86% from all-time highs. And then, we came back to 0.003 again, and we stayed there for a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We were there for like it was like, oh, we go to an all-time high, and then it's like, oh, back to consolidation for another however many months.
Yep.
Let's see. There's somebody that says next weekend. Oh, so the next weekend's the OA sacrifice probably going to, or he's gonna sacrifice because sacrifice phase will be over. Well, at least the volume or the bonus will be done with on what, the February 21st. 4 more days.
What is it? The 21st? I thought it was the 26th. Let's check it out.
Oh, maybe it is. I don't know.
Check.com. Oh, spelled it wrong. All right. Yeah, we've got only Feb 25th is when it ends.
Oh, 25th. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wrong. So 8 more days. So another week. Week or so, 8 days,
I suppose.
And then, I mean, I don't I thought that people were trying to hold down the price until the volume bonus would be done, but at this point, I don't see anybody sacrificing that much to keep it the price down at this point. So really, it's just kind of people. I think it's a lot of people getting scared. The whales are probably trying to manipulate it a little bit to where it's like make everybody doubt it. And then they're just eating up all of your the small fish's bags, and then get all those guys out, and then they pump it right after the volume bonus. Possibly, I don't know.
Could be. I mean, it's just like the people. Yeah, it's kind of the reason where it's like if you give everyone an equal amount of money, the money will end back up in the hands. Like 90% of the money is still going to end up in 10% of the people's hands if you wait a couple of years, because it's just the way people are. Like you've got people that are secure, have an abundance mindset, and they're comfortable just heads down working and letting their investments grow and working for their investments. And then you've got people that have a very short time preference, that are very impulsive, that want to try to be a trader, or they want to like hop to the coin of the week because they need that satiation right now. It's just a matter of how well you can manage those emotions, I guess. It's as a person.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. I mean, looking at it for any of us. I mean, I mean, you're on Twitter, you see it. A lot of people hate the OGs. OGs. I hate the term, but it's like that's what I guess we're getting called now. Where it's like, oh, you guys are the ones that are selling, and you guys are the ones with the bags. And it's like, well, dude, this should be if it is OG selling, which if they got big bags, I'm guessing it probably is. Yeah. It's the perfect time for you to get in and become an OG and a big bag holder yourself, because you get it for less. Why would you complain about having it for less when like unless you're all the way in, you've quit your job, you're not doing any work, and you're just not putting any money in like that, then it's like, okay, I can see it. But a lot of these guys are still on, they're working, and they're these OGs. It's like, you don't get, look at the chart. Does it look like we got rich in like the first 30, 60, a year, even like a year and a half? It took a long time for us to actually become wealthy.
And if you're smart, you don't cash everything. You cash out a tiny chunk, just enough to get by. And if you're really smart, you do like what I did and you start a fucking business so you don't have to sell your HEX and you just get money from like YouTube ad money or like course sales. Like, these are
you can't.
Whoa! You can't do anything.
anything. Bro, no, we don't start busted.
Yeah, I forgot there's a strict rule in HEX. You can't try to do anything other than only Richard Hart can do stuff.
We're not relying off the work of others. We're not relying off the work of anybody else
except for maybe this guy that's that's funny. But yeah, exactly. You don't want to you want to start up a business. Maybe and some of us have retired, but it's retiring from working for somebody else. It's going to work for yourself and going to be, working in like you said, you've got this HEX passive income. What is it? HEXpassiveincome.com, right? Yeah. It's a course to help people learn how to work HEX, right?
That's all it does. It's just from zero to hero. Like if you know nothing about crypto, I'll teach you everything about the mindset, the terminology. So you don't think we're just a bunch of lunatics talking about whales and wrecked plebs and like, what does all this mean? And it'll teach you how to make a staking ladder, but we're the OGs, man. Everybody needs a boogeyman, everybody needs
true,
we're the OGs. True. Oh, we're coming to kill your bags. Like, no.
That's not I get it, but most of the guys with the faces that are on they're not selling their entire bags. The guys that are streaming, they're smart enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna be in this for a while. If you see me just completely go away and you never see me again, maybe then I sold my entire bags. But man, I've got a long time, and I used to show my stakes way back in the day, and everybody knows I got 15 years stakes. So it's like I'll be here for a long time, guys. Maybe I'm not streaming every day like I used to, because there's nothing like you can only say so much about HEX that for me, I was just like, dude, I did it for almost 600 days straight. It's like I need a break. Like I looked it up.
It was halfway to the world record. The world record was only like 1,300 days or something.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Now you tell me this.
Yeah, man, you should have just kept going.
Dang it. Dang it.
Yeah.
But, we are all going to get sick of loving each other. I mean, maybe that's what it is. A lot of people spend their entire, and including myself, every conversation I feel like is related to HEX. My family is like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like how they say it's a cult. It becomes where it's like it's everything that you do is related because we got streams, we got this, and I don't know if a lot of people, but I think that's what's happening in the community when it goes sideways and it goes down. A lot of people, this is all they talk about, and they're down, they're angry right now, and they got to make it so somebody else. It's somebody else that's doing it. It's somebody else's fault that they're.
It's easier to not be an armchair quarterback. It's easy. Like if you're down about the price, get up and go do something. Like take your mind off the charts. Take your mind off watching the content. If you don't like it, maybe make your own content or have your own little pet project that you're working on. When I'm like obsessed with my like work and just diving into it, I'm actually very happy. Like I'm kind of like zened out when I'm just, putting a couple hours a day into a YouTube video. That's kind of like the highlight of my day, honestly, because I just enjoy what I do. And, it's kind of nerdy, sure, whatever, but it keeps me from like checking the price chart and like just being an armchair quarterback and be like, well, that guy should be pumping my bags harder. Why isn't, he's dumping behind the scenes. Like, and they invent these conspiracy theories of, it's all the OGs. It's like, you know what? When there's sell-offs, guys, maybe a couple of whales sold, but then it's a bunch of plebs that come along with it too. It's everybody in between. It's like medium-sized guys, large guys, and then there's not as much coordination. I feel like as people like to, people. It's kind of why people believe in conspiracy theories too. It's like it's almost simpler to imagine that there's a cabal of evil geniuses pulling all the strings. But in reality, it's just people making decisions based on wherever they're at in life. Maybe they need to go pay for their mortgage on the house or something. So they sell $50K and like, that's okay, guys. People are all going to have their life events. And like one day, and
that's why we got into this. That's why we got into it, right? Is to make money. And, and at first it was, some people had a problem with selling and you could see it, and now it's like 50K doesn't even move the price. So when you see somebody cashing out $1 million, don't get me wrong. I'm like, dude, did you really have to sell $1 million?
Right.
Like,
yeah, a lot.
Like, did you just have to do that? But I mean, it's like,
but even that is 2% slippage. 2%.
Right. Exactly.
So
and
I think
that guy. Yeah, it gets bought up, and that guy doesn't have that $1 million now. Now he's giving it to 20 people or 100 people that just bought it all up. So it's like, he may one person gets divvied up into 100 people, and guess what? All, like you said, it doesn't get coordinated like that. Now it's going to take 100 people to sell down the exact same amount.
Plus, I deleted the Telegram chat where we were all together coordinating our pumps and dumps. So.
Don't say that now. Oh my god! Somebody's gonna do like a.
They're gonna take that out of context. They're gonna Joe Rogan me. They're gonna Joe Rogan me.
You've been canceled. You've been canceled.
We got a hilarious comment in chat. James Hunt says, "So you believe the moon is real?" No, bro. Obviously, it's a hologram.
Yeah.
God.
Jeez. Haven't you listened to GT, bro?
when
you're looking
Saturn
for happiness. Yes, it is. Nice sound clip. Yeah, see, there we go. People are already getting it. Haven't you gotten to the Telegram where we got the pump and dump?
Yeah, the secret, the crypto cabal, the HEX Illuminati.
TA never lies, and HEX had a blow off top, so it has to correct regardless what's happening. When it's done, it'll be an epic rerun. Remember, there will be best games. See, I'm not a big fan of TA actually, but I get what I see that some people really but I'm not. I think that TA is like I get that there's trends and stuff like that, but I don't think that. I know a guy that sold a lot of HEX, not myself, but I know somebody that sold like $4 million, and he didn't look at the price chart before he even did it. Like, he was just like, yeah, I didn't look at the price chart. When I asked him, I was like, why did you sell it? Yeah, I was like, why did you sell then? He's just like, I don't know. I just sold it. And I'm just like, okay. Like, did you look at the chart? He's like, nah, I don't ever look at the chart. I'm like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Like that. So it doesn't matter. And that's $4 million is a lot of money. So it's like, you see people not looking at the chart and they don't care. You see a huge red candle during the day or something like that, and you're just like, oh, it's just people selling. It's actually just people just selling. Some people don't even look at the charts. Yeah, there are some people that are like, oh, it's a breakout or whatever, and then you get. But really,
I don't. That's not even those people. I don't think are ever like usually the people that end up making all the money. Because if you're zooming in on these tiny parts of a chart and trying to decide which way it's going to move in the short term, you're missing the whole point. Right. I get support and resistance lines. I get that it's something to get excited about when there's a big wedge and it's super obvious. That's cool. But to spend all your time, Hex Huddle says TA's astrology for betas. That's like kind of, and then Ash says TA is tits and ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, it's like I do agree that it is a self-fulfilling prophecy to a degree. If everyone's looking at the previous all-time high, then yeah, maybe that's a support line or a resistance line. I do kind of agree that fractals history repeats itself. But when you start slapping on 5 oscillators and 30 trend lines and a wedge and stuff, and you have the graph that looks like that game. What's that game where you drop a bunch of sticks on the ground and you have to pull out the sticks?
Pick up sticks.
Pick up sticks. Yeah.
What's that game with all the sticks and you have to pick them up?
Oh, you mean pick up sticks? Yeah. If your TA chart's looking like goddamn pickup sticks, maybe just reassess your situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing in real, and Richard Hart says that HEX is starting to go after real TA, and it's starting to look like that. So maybe it is. I'm not the expert. I always liked looking at it, but once I realized, dude, I traded for however. I think we all did, right? We all traded before HEX, and a lot of us, maybe some people still do. But it's dude, it never played out. They are like, oh, stick to a plan, write out a plan. You listen to these TA guys, dude. Literally, you see a red candle and you're like, the plan. You throw it out the window, you set it on fire, and you're like, dude. Sell. It's it doesn't matter what your plan is if you're really I don't care anybody. people say
emotional.
don't trade with don't trade with emotions. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
everybody literally has emotions. You can't just be like, yes, I have no emotions about this 90% dip. This is going back up for sure.
Some people are actually very good at trading, and those are I think the people that are kind of like on the spectrum a little bit, where like they really aren't able. No, I'm not even trying to be.
No, I'm not either.
But like, yeah, emotions get in the way of trading. So if you're the type of person that is very unemotional, that's not 99%.
Like a psychopath kind of person.
Yeah, I feel
like so is the psycho. Yeah. It's like they're just like, yeah, all right, that was a good one. Like, what's his name? The American Psycho. That guy would be a
Patrick
great
Bateman.
Patrick Bateman. Yeah, he'd be a great crypto trader for sure.
Every morning I check the charts. I do 1,000 push-ups every day. Dude, there's an idea of a Patrick Bateman.
Taking his mask off.
But I simply am not there.
You've watched it a few times.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites too. Yeah. So yeah, we've already got some of the questions. How much longer do you think when it's released? Although, some people out there say we shouldn't give guesses either. We shouldn't be guessing when it'll come out, because we're giving too much hope. And when it doesn't happen, then we look like idiots. And it's like, guys, this is called a guess. Like, people want to know in the comments. Go ahead and look at them. People want to know, when will a pulse chain come out? And it's like, okay, we're guessing. And if it doesn't come out like that, hey, it was a guess. We have no idea. If you're putting your whole freaking portfolio into it, don't take it on this guess.
Yeah, free speech, bro. Whatever happened to that?
Free speech. No, can't do it.
No, because everything we say is gospel, and so everything we say is the absolute truth. So when I guess that HEX is going to launch on March 29th, 2022, I know it will.
Yeah. So March 29th is when everybody got that one up.
This is gonna be full of clips, just like me saying stupid shit.
The game with the pickup and the states.
What's that game called again?
I'm gonna have to start up one of those channels where I just what was it? No context coffee. I'm gonna have a no context coffee.
Yeah, that's still out there. There's no context textologist too.
Yeah, I know.
I think they stopped updating it.
Yeah, I know. I don't stream anymore, so I've just gotta. Let's see. Are you guys in NFTs at all? I'm not Falcon Crypto Labs. I'm not opposed to them. I just don't. Yeah. I'm just like Richard said. If you can make them, I'm all for it. But if you are buying them, for me, it's a no go. Like I like real. If I was gonna collect, I collected baseball kit or basketball and
baseball
football
kids.
I call it cards, and the same. Baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards. When I was a kid, I like physical objects. I don't really like and Richard says it, where games go away. And I've played games where you buy something and then 2 years later you're not playing that game anymore, and you spent $100 on the stupid thing, and you're just like, what was I thinking? Like, that could have been money that I could have spent somewhere else. So I think of them as more of like games that maybe you could sell them for more. I get that they're, you could whatever. I like, I'm not the copy paste kind of guy. Like, I think that you could there's probably some value to it.
I love that. But right click, it's mine.
It's mine. But at this point, I think it's pretty new also, to where it's like there's not a lot of use case for me to even be involved, and I don't have any. I mean, it's cool. Some of the Hexkins have been putting NFTs together. I can't remember who's Pulse NFTs or whatever, Pulse like X that.
Punks. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like, I like that. I don't know how much they're charging, but I mean,
well, I got mine for free.
Yeah. If you're getting them for free, then heck yeah, dude. Or very, if they're that's another thing. If they're small and you're spending $10 on something, I don't care about that. If you're spending thousands of dollars on it, then it's like, dude, like, do you really need to spend $1,000? But that's their prerogative. Also, people love to gamble. I'm not a gambling type of person either. And it's like, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. You can do whatever the F you want, but I'm just not that person.
Right. I'm with you on that. I pretty much agree. I don't think obviously there's a use case for NFTs, right? Like people like digital collectibles. That's fine. That's all fun and games, whatever. I especially understand the use case in games, like, these video games where you can buy digital skins and digital, stuff like that. But we've had that forever. NFTs are just a new variation of it. Same story. It's just that, what NFTs means to people right now in this current moment is gambling on $60,000 pictures of monkeys under the disguise that you like fine art. Like, it's not fine art, bro. Like, you're a degenerate gambler and you're trying to cover it up by saying, oh, you just don't understand. You would not like that monkey picture if you didn't think you could sell it to some other guy for 80 grand and make a 20 grand difference. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So when shit hits the fan, I think a lot of these NFTs are going to lose a lot of people a lot of money. But
have they already started to do that though? Have they started? Because I don't know. I don't keep track with any of the NFT projects, so I
don't really either. I just always feel like there's a new wave of like, well, this now it's Bored Apes, and now it's Mutant Apes, and now it's thick Pokemon or whatever. Like, it's always just something new to keep funneling the money.
Pokemon?
Oh,
is that with 2 C's? Is that with 2 C's?
Yes.
Okay, I will Google it.
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Wait, can I share your screen?
Yes.
This isn't gonna get me banned or anything, correct?
No, I mean, once you see how thick these Pokemon really are,
okay,
it'll change your life.
All right, how do I get? Wait, you have to press share screen.
I gotta open it in a new tab. There we go. Let's see, I got a GIF of all of them.
All right,
share. All right, there it is.
All right, here we go.
You can see we got thick Pikachu. His main move is thunder cheeks, booty clap. When I hit you with the thick Pikachu booty clap, it's game over, bro.
Oh, jeez. Soggy bottom. Fire ring. What is it? It just has to do with their freaking buttholes.
Blazing buns.
Hide your hams. Jeez. All right. Well, okay. That is a thing.
Yeah. Bloom. Solar hole. Solar hole. Jesus.
I thought I've seen everything.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment, bro.
So, I mean, I could see why people are paying. Like, honestly, I would think Pikachu is worth at least $700,000. But like,
yeah.
Other than that,
but I mean, could you go back and tell your family, like, hey, Ma, guess what? Hey, you want it? I made $200K. What'd you make that on, son? Well, I just sold a thick Pikachu to my friend for $200,000 more than I bought it for. It's like, wow, Mom's proud. I mean, like, I have no problem with it, but like Call of Duty, when it was free to play, this last one, I think, when I was playing games, I have no time to do it now, but like, I used to play games. Call of Duty used to be for free. You could play it and they would sell skins. That's how their business model. And it's like, dude, I would play the free per play. I would never pay for the skin. So it's like, that's just not my thing. But if there are people that are out there that are paying thousands of dollars for a freaking gun color or something like that. It's like, hey, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I just know how they are, where it's like you said, it's a wave of something else. It's always the next, every year there's the new Call of Duty.
When the game goes out of fashion?
Yeah, you don't get the new skins on the next game, so you got to spend another $1,000, and then you got to spend, and so it's like, that's, and I've, as the 18-year-old kid or 15-year-old kid, they don't see that. They're like, oh, well, I just want to buy, but we've been kind of inundated with that for the last 10 years of these microtransactions in video games, to where it's like, I'm going to play the free for me, at least. Maybe not everybody.
Yeah.
But I never pay for any of the games if I don't have to, like the free plays. But I mean, that's just how I am. If you're somebody that's a young kid coming up, man, HEX would be a way better investment than some of these. But maybe not in the long run.
Dollar Cost Crypto's in the chat. He said he made 6 Ethereum on Thick Pikachu. Good for you, bro.
I made good money.
Hey man, that's awesome. I mean, you can you can make money, but there's also a million ways to lose money in that stuff too. And so I have no idea what I'm talking about, like which NFTs are going to pop off. That's not my thing. I don't think it's really, for the most part, I don't think it's that good. But I do like. I have some NFTs that people have given me for free. The Hex Toys guy, he gave me I got a Rich and Heart action figure. I got a unicorn. I think I got an action figure of you.
Really?
Something like that. And then some other guy gave me basically a punk, a crypto punk that was me, a Pulse X punk, and it was like just me pixelated. So I was like, okay, well, I like it because it's me.
Right. Yeah. It's promoting myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I have no problem when like I said, if you're paying $10 to somebody and it's like a little generated piece of art, it's like, hey, that's cool. But when it comes into thousands of dollars, like if you're gonna buy them, sure, and you're planning on flipping it, whatever. But I just don't understand it. It's the next like ICO phase. When we were back in 2017, where it was like, hey, I got the new ICO. You guys gonna get onto this? And it was like it pumped and then it came right back down once
I think it's like knowing how far they can fall and how quickly they can fall when there's no real market. It's just an auction style means that not everybody, but a good amount of people are going to be left holding some gigantic bags. Like imagine being the guy that bought something from like Beeple, for example, thought he was getting a great deal, paid up maybe $100,000 for it. And then everyone has since moved on. And then the thick Pokemon comes up and everyone runs over there. Now this guy can only sell it for maybe like 10 grand. And like there was no middle ground. Like there's no market to sell on the way down. It just goes from this price to like all the way down here. Right? Like, because there's no liquid market. It's just you're selling one of like 300 or something.
Yeah, and then, like I've said, to each their own. If that's what you want to do, I don't do NFTs. I've not done any NFTs. Never smoked an NFT or anything like that. But whenever I have been given some, not even once. Not one NFT has been touched to these lips. Not one.
You know what they say, right? Touch an NFT once and it'll make you go crazy.
Start getting that NFT right to the main vein, bro. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there, like I said, there's some cool ones out there. I was looking at RH spacesuit NFT. Maybe. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can, if they're cool, sure. I wouldn't say overpaying for it though. Like, if it was like 50, $100, it's like, and that's what you want to do, go ahead, man. Like, I don't care. But if you're paying $100,000 and that's like your life savings in something, like, just be careful, I guess. Just be careful. I'm not saying you can't do it, but man, just be careful with what you're doing.
Yeah. There's gonna be some bag holders. Just let me say that. But I mean, Gerardo's making an NFT platform, Mintra. Sacrifice phase is live, I guess. I might throw like a tiny amount in. Also, I might not. I would like the price of Hex to go up, if you know what I mean, more than anything else. But yeah, I mean, he like people are gonna need NFTs on Pulse Chain. So who better than a trusted community member to make a NFT platform? And he's putting like a buy and burn function on the token and like a profit sharing mechanism. All this stuff that LooksRare did. LooksRare is like a pretty successful NFT platform lately. They're just copying that basically.
Aren't they taking a forking OpenSea? I thought.
So I don't think it's actually a fork of OpenSea. I think that was just an easy way for him to describe it.
Oh, okay.
But he's basically copying like the good parts of every NFT platform, which is another cool thing about Pulse Chain, right? It's like the great filter, right? You're able to filter everything that sucked about Ethereum and just only take the good stuff, because now we've had 5 years or whatever to test, beta test all this shit. And so that's why I think the quality of stuff is even the
and an extra year for the Pulse Chain to release. So that an extra year.
Right. Yeah, Pulse Chain 2030.
Me and you just happen to get our walkers at the next meetup, at the Pulse Chain first meetup. Hey guys, it's finally out. You whippersnappers and your dang NFTs and the.
That's right. Yeah, Hex Toys NFTs. That's right.
I bought that Hexo NFT to the real figure. Oh, to get the real figure fanboys. Well, thank you, Hododog. Yeah, I can't wait for those. Yeah, I don't want to know what I'm gonna have. They're gonna make me with a microphone, I'm guessing, on the next one.
That's going in my my shrine in my closet. I have a hexologist shrine, and this is the final touch.
This is it.
Put him right there.
Oh, let's see. Token the NFTs trade. The platform should not require a token the NFTs traded in Pulse. What?
Well,
What does that
the
mean?
token is there as a way to share profits from the platform, right? So it's like you need to buy the token as a way to receive some of the trading fees. That's how I understand it. So all the NFTs are paid for in Pulse, just like all the NFTs are paid for in ETH on these other platforms.
Yeah.
And then like 0.25% is a platform fee. Then like half of that fee goes to basically goes to buying and burning the actual coin. And then the other half of the fee, I think, is some kind of like profit sharing of like all the I don't know. I'm probably not educated enough. That's just like what I remember from the bullet points.
No, I mean, I'm trying to. I just messaged Gerardo before we talked, and I was seeing if he wanted to come on to the show to explain it, because I have no idea. I think I went on OpenSea one time when it first came out, when or maybe it wasn't even OpenSea, one of these platforms to do NFTs, like before Richard was calling them like garbage, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put some NFTs because I had, I've done all of my thumbnails, and people were telling me to put those as NFTs, and I was like, sure, man, like I could make a little bit of ETH off of these, like, just a small amount, and I put them up there. I don't even know if I honestly don't even know. Like, I should go and see if I trading for like 30 Ethereum. Yeah, like, oh my goodness. But I've never even looked. But yeah, I should probably do that. But yeah, that was the only time. And then once that happened, I was like, because I mean, the thing is I've made enough to where it's like I don't need to get people. I'd rather people buy HEX. That's my thing, instead of NFTs. And if somebody else wants to do it, like, exactly, yeah. It's like I don't want somebody to buy my NFT that's in the HEX game community. I'd rather them buy HEX. Like, if it was somebody else from a different community, hey, buy it up. But it would be shilling it to the HEX community. But what Gerardo's doing, I think that he's making the platform, and I think that that's good because we're going to need that for Pulse Chain. Like, there's a lot of people on NFTs that need to be saved, right? They need to be saved from the stupid Ethereum gas fees that like Gary V. Did you see Gary V on Twitter where he was like, sorry guys about this, dude? He was like, sorry guys about that, because he made his own NFTs or something like that. It was like $16,000 to mint them. He was like, I'm gonna have to talk. I can't remember what his thing is, but it was pretty much like he was gonna Karen the Ethereum fees.
Talk to the manager.
I need to see how
the manager of NFTs.
We're gonna have to see how these fees get down. Like, yeah, I don't think that's how it works, Gary. Like, you might want to figure out how to save some gas instead of trying to Karen your way into there. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people like that it could be saved. So
well, and everything. There's gonna be so many projects for people to bounce around between. But I mean, coming back to HEX though, it's like you guys really need to imagine, if you're new here, you don't already have a bag of HEX. Do you want to buy something when it's all hyped up and everyone's buying it and it's making new all-time highs? Or do you want to buy something when it is being talked a lot of crap about? It seems to have reached a low, stable point. Everyone's kind of salty about it. That's literally the way you have to think in order to make money here. You need to do what everyone's not doing. Like, if you follow the herd, the crowd is always wrong. Okay. So if you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're probably not making the best plays. Okay. If you're buying Shiba when it's hitting a new all-time high, like, you are the guy that's being sold to. Like, you're the guy that's the people are taking their profits on. You know what I mean?
Exit liquidity.
Yep.
Yeah. But that was pretty much all I got. I mean, great to see you, dude. I don't want to make you stay here for freaking 3 hours. I don't want to do a Richard Hart stream. I was just
we could.
We definitely could do the whole 24 hours.
Yeah.
But, dude, it's good to see you. I'm glad that we'll have to catch up soon.
Great to see you. Yeah, you going to Vegas?
Are you?
Maybe.
Well, I'm gonna give you the same answer.
Maybe. I'll let you know offline if I am or not. No, I'm going.
Like, no.
I'm giving I'm going. Ski Cat. Well, Ski Cat is giving away $100,000 away.
Whoa.
So
not bad.
So yeah, I've got to go to do that. I've got to be the giveaway guy, and so hopefully nobody wrench attacks me to get it for free.
Just traveling. You're gonna give this to us, or you're
bring a little bit of backup on there on the stage. Like,
yeah.
You gotta be like George Bush when he catches the shoe. I thought he caught it. No, he ducked, he dodged
I
it.
think he ducked the first one maybe and then caught the second. I can't remember.
Yeah. That guy got a
As
good shoe throw.
Ski Cat, yeah. So Ski Cat got really sick. He was
Oh,
like
no.
hospitalized with COVID back in like probably 2 or 3 months ago. Over
shit.
Christmas. Yeah, I didn't hear from him for a long time. And then finally in January, he called me and said, like, I was worried about him. Turns out he was like deathly, like about to die with COVID. And he's good now, but I haven't talked to him since. And that was like in January. So hopefully he calls me before I go out there and be like, so we're giving away $100,000. Not sure, but hopefully it all plans out.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let me see. I just got here. Give me a shoe to throw. If anyone tries to wrench attack you, I'll defend you. Thank you, Crypto Vents.
Like, you got a whole bunch of bodyguards.
Yeah. Vince jumps in front of me when somebody's hit me with a wrench.
No, my hero.
Thank you, Vince. That's very kind of you. But yeah, 18.3 cents. What do you think? What do you think here in the next couple of months? You said March 29th. Do you think the pulse chain is actually coming out March 29th, or you just?
I'm thinking sometime in March, and I think HEX is higher. I mean, I think we're testing new all-time highs by the time pulse chain launches.
Okay. All right. I will. I'm still saying June.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. I'm that guy. That's why people
no
are
fun.
just disgusted. I know.
That's why you don't have as many subscribers.
Yeah, they're like, this guy. He's a little fud boy. Actually, I thought it was Hexo. He's fud boy.
Yeah. Come on. Your job is to stand in front of that camera and tell people the number goes up only.
Yeah.
It only goes up.
For real. That's how it seems sometimes. And then if you tell people it's going down, it's like you get the pitchforks and axes. And well, I don't know about axes, but
yeah.
All right. So March 29th. What's that?
The answer will shock you. I just realized you made the title that. Oh God.
Dude, did you see people messaging? Did you see people messaging you like the clickbait title? What the hell is this going on?
It's like try watching the video, guys. I guess we'll know who actually watched it and who did it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. This is the best. These laughs are everything. Well, thanks to your Hex Orca.
Yeah, good to see you, Hex Orca.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming, man. It was great talking to you.
Always a pleasure.
See you around. You'll be around.
Yeah, I just got to go sell some Hex.
I just got to go sell the rest of my bags now. See you guys. Archie, why did Coffee sell his Hex?
I didn't fucking sell. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we did. All right, man. Well, you have a good one. Thanks, everybody. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.